This video is on the WEN plate compactor. Now, it's a 7 horsepower plate compactor. Gives roughly 4,900 beats a minute with 4,500 pounds of thrust. So it does a pretty good job of compacting. It does not have a reverse, only goes in one direction. If you're doing tight areas where you're going to have to go, stop, back up, or turn, or it's a tight turn or whatever, then you might want to think about upgrading. If I'm not mistaken, the upgrade to go from, just go to one direction is bidirectional, was like another, I don't know, 400 bucks, $300 or $400 or something like that. This one here is a WEN, W-E-N. I can give you the model number here. I've got it in my cheat sheet here somewhere. See if I can find it really quick. Whoops. Yeah, it's a the model number of it is 56035T or Tech. Tits, go that route. So anyway, this is just me using it, showing you now. I've had it for 4 years. It's probably spent 3 of that 4 years sitting outside. At first I didn't think I had it that long, but I looked it up and I've had it for 4 years. As of last month, I've had it for 4 years. 3 of the years I know for sure it sat outside. I've used it quite a bit. I'll show you in the video how much I use it, what areas I used it for. So anyway, hope you learned something, and just appreciate you watching my video, and thank you. Oh, okay, you can't see me, okay. So what I'm going to do, well, you won't be able to see me real good, but you don't really give a shit about seeing me. So anyway, this is, well, temporarily, I guess I could fix it up. So anyway, this is the plate, up, down, the plate compactor. Basically what it does is it sets up a vibration on the plate. So the plate, shifts around, and the vibration is what packs down your gravel or whatever it is you're compacting. You can use it for soil, gravel. They do make a rubber part that goes, I had it somewhere, a rubber that goes on there on the bottom of it. So if you're doing your patio and you're trying to pack the sand in between the bricks, you put the rubber baby on there, the mat. And what it'll do, it'll still compact, but it won't be slamming the bricks, so there's less chance of breakage. So if you're going to be doing patios and you want to pack the sand in between your stones or driveway or whatever, get the rubber mat for it. The thing works really great. I've had it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, whatever it is. Most of the time it sits outside, and quite amazingly, I hadn't used it since last year sometime. It's probably red up, of course, but I keep it covered. It sits outside, but I keep it covered. So anyway, I'm going to show you how it works. When you're compacting something, if you're going to pour concrete over the top of it and you're compacting gravel, don't be afraid to keep running over it. But you got to remember, the reason concrete cracks most of the time is because the base is not good enough. So the more compact and solid your base is, which means your gravel, your pea gravel that you put down. When I did the garage, pole barn, whatever, it's 32 by 24. So I don't know if you still consider that a garage. So anyway, Compact the shit out of it. The better compact you have, same thing with the driveway, the more you compact, the better off you are. That's all I can say about that. And it goes sneaky. So anyway, I'm going to point it down at the ground so you can see it compacting. I'll give you more specs on the unit, but it's a WEN. And it works real good. Yes, the tripod is crooked, so okay, let's fix that. Alright, let me squat down a little bit here. This is, you know, the WEN plate compactor again. I already have some footage. I don't know how mixed up the footage is going to be, but I just thought I'd get a little bit of a shot of compacting this area here. You can see this is already done. I'm going to work on that area, and I'll show you, I'll make a move down, and I'll show you it even climbs uphill from the vibration. So I already did part of it, so I'm hoping I'm not too zoomed out or too zoomed in. Can't really tell. Not that anybody gives a shit. I guess you can kind of see where it looks good, right? You don't really need to see my ugly puss. So, you know what, let's drop it down. And you can see the ground is, the driveway is pretty steep right there. Not really heavily steep, but anyway, it goes up at a pretty good angle. To where in the winter time, when it freezes, if this gets compacted, your vehicle will actually slide downhill. The van has done it a few times, and other vehicles also. Now one thing, let me zoom out here. Now one thing with this is once you get it compacted, it is harder for the thing to move. So sometimes you got to pull on it. Not a lot of force, but sometimes you got to pull on it to get it to basically motivate. Downhill it goes pretty good. Then if your mix is too wet, this is nice. The load before this was kind of wet, but they do that so they can give you less for your money is basically what they do. It's just like the black dirt, they mix pea gravel in with it to give you less because they sell it by the ton. So anyway, if it's too wet, too moist, so like I was saying, to keep the dust out, just you'll mist it with your hose. But if it's too wet, what'll happen is as the machine is working, the compactor, it'll bring the water to the surface, which is just naturally what happens from the vibration, kind of like in an earthquake, the water brings it to the surface. It will create an actual suction to where it makes, not possible, but it makes it really hard to move it because, help these days. Anyway, because it brings the moisture up, it actually creates a suction on the bottom of the plate, and it'll get really difficult to move, so you really got to pull on it. But for the most part, once you have it smooth, it is harder for it to move. But just remember, the more you run over it, the better the compaction, the better off you are. Well, especially if you're doing a driveway, which I did mention, and you can see this here looks pretty good. I'll even zoom in a little bit here. You can see it looks pretty good. I'll make one more pass to bore people because I know they like watching stuff like this. Might not have it over far enough. Now what I like to do is, I know this video is going to be a little long, but you can fast forward. When I turn it off, I always let it idle for a minute or two from use, from full use, to let the engine cool down. You don't necessarily have to do that, but to me it's a good idea with a lawnmower, any item you're using, once you take it off a high throttle, it's always a good idea to let it idle for a minute or two to cool the engine down. But anyway, you can see how good it works. Really compacted, really nice. I still have a lot more to do. You can see it really did a good job at it. So you can see. It really does a excellent job at compacting. This is all pretty solid. The reason I built this up like this, I haven't added anything to this driveway in quite a few years. For the most part, it's probably close to 12 inches thick, believe it or not. But the problem I had is drainage issues. When because you can see everything's at a steep angle here. So all the water rushes down towards the house because I have the house built into the hill. So you can definitely see how that works out. So anyway, when I did that big area over there where I leveled it, I had to build a couple spots of this because water was flowing and it was like a river down here, and it kept washing out part of the driveway. If it was a real heavy, fast rain. Slow rain wasn't no issue. So anyway, then I had to add more to build this up. So when the water comes rushing down that hill, it'll hit right there, but it won't flow across. It'll stay on that side and then obviously drain all the way around to the end of the driveway and go that way. Because I have a flood pond out there, you can't really see it though. But anyway, it's over there. But anyway, I have a flood pond over there on the other side of all those grasses there. Okay. Anyway, on the other side of all those grasses is the flood pond there. And when it fills up, it flows across the driveway. So if I deflect all the water, from this entire hillside down that way and over, then you don't have, flood pond won't be filling up and flowing across the driveway. So anyway, there you go. So you can see the plate compactor does a nice job. It looks like I've got a good angle on the driveway, going down and out this way. So we're good. So anyway, if you want to subscribe, hit the little B in the bottom right hand corner, hit the notification bell, let you know when I upload another boring video. And I have no idea where I'm at. I haven't been on it in quite a while. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for watching.